guys, if you have a client, right, you're wondering, wow, what's the risk like? What's their risk profile? Well, if we take a gradient, right, we've got low systems on the x-axis, and we've got high or attitude on the y-axis. So systems and attitude, right? So if we look here, that's the worst risk. Low systems, so they may not had a risk assessment. They don't have any safety statement or visual management. They haven't trained their leaders in the organization. But they also have a bad attitude. Who cares about safety? We just want to get product out the door. That's your worst risk. Where do you think the next worst is? Which one? Bottom right? Anyone else saying different? You're dead right. High systems, low attitude. Okay? And I'm glad you said that because you guys just switched on. A lot of people think that actually having systems is all you need. It couldn't be further from the truth. Even if you have nothing, but you've got a good attitude, okay, it makes a big difference. And obviously where we want to get our clients and where you guys want to insure them at is this risk. They have systems, they've got a good attitude. And what does that look like? Well, low systems, low attitude, right? Okay, classic stock room in a retail environment. Fire extinguisher. Well, I don't think that's what it's supposed to be used for. Right? Even finding that is a challenge. And there's a nice pallet with 3 nails on its side in a public space, right? Lovely. Right, no awareness, no system. Next, as you identified, they have a cylinder, a container for the gas cylinders, but they're outside the container, right? That is completely attitude impinging on safety culture. There's your fire extinguisher, but it's been used as a doorstop, and I tell you, it's the most expensive doorstop that these guys ever bought, okay? And that is a safety board, but it's not an effective one. Again, they may have systems, your classic toilet clean sheets, that are all done on a Friday evening for the week, whoever's just leaving to go home, right? We know that's what exists, right? That's where you have systems, but it's a huge risk because the attitude's not right. They're not actually being done, used, implemented. Okay? This one, okay, there's no systems, but these guys are trying to do their best in terms of their own safety, right? They might have had a toolbox talk beforehand, they look out for each other, they understand that there's the risk here. Because they're switched on, they won't be as exposed. Okay, again, same type of deal with this guys. They're clearly not doing something safe, but they may have had a chat about it before, they're switched on, they're trying to do their best. And this isn't really linked to safety, but this woman potentially might be keeping the whole organization, whatever it is, in track. She doesn't have a lot to work with, she's a tiny space, but God, does she have the right attitude and she's on the ball. It's that type of principle. And then finally, what we want is high systems, high attitude, right? Housekeeping is good, everything where it should be, people are switched on, and people are fully connected to the systems and the application, okay? And that's where we would say go for the unicorns, right? There's not a lot of them, but that's the best risk. Okay?